Before we begin to pass out music and start our songs for the year, we need to understand how to actually read the music in front of us. When you open a piece of music, you'll initially see a few things. First, you'll see the title or the name of the piece. Second, the composer and lyricist. These are the people who wrote the music and the words of the piece. If the piece was originally written for something other than choir, it will need to be modified and adapted. The arranger is the person who does this. And last but not least, you'll see a part breakdown. This will tell us how many parts are needed for the song. For example, SA is soprano alto, and SAB is soprano alto and bass. The grand staff represents the treble staff and bass staff joined together. It is connected by a brace, which is a curved line, and a bar line that combines the treble and bass staff. Sometimes the piano accompaniment is also connected to the treble and bass staff. To read music, you must follow the notes and rests from left to right. However, it's not so cut and dry. To understand this, you must look at a sample piece of choral music. In this arrangement of A Million Dreams, you'll note a few things right off the bat. The first two staves of music represent the chorus parts, in this case, soprano and alto. If you are singing soprano, you will always follow the top line. If you are singing alto, you will always follow the second line. The bottom two staves of music represent the piano part. Never try to read this, you'll get a migraine. As you read left to right, you may reach the end of a staff, like in this example. Once you reach the end of the staff, you proceed on to the next bracketed staff, right here. As I said before, you must stick with the line you are assigned. If you're singing soprano, you keep reading the top line. If you're singing alto, you keep reading the second line. A soprano wouldn't finish here and then continue singing here. You'd just be singing the alto part instead, which is incorrect. In order to keep track of where we are at the rehearsal, I will often tell you to go to certain measures. A measure is the section of a musical staff that comes between two bar lines. This is a bar line, and this is a bar line, so the space between must be a measure. Each measure may also be numbered. Important measures usually have their numbers surrounded by a box or a circle.
And to make a long story short, too late!
The grand staff represents the treble staff and bass staff joined together. You must follow the notes and rests from left to right. You must always follow your assigned line from staff to staff. A measure is a section of musical staff that comes between two bar lines.